Hello everybody. I am Ramla Yusran, and Andy Itting will present our paper entitled, Internet-Based Technology and Websites in Islamic Religious Education Learning. Introduction. In the introduction there are 4 discussion points, namely, first, digital technology transforming education. 1. Over the past 2 decades, digital technology has significantly changed many aspects of life, including education. 2. The models and approaches of Islamic religious education have also been notably influenced. Second, role of the Internet and websites in Islamic religious education. 1. Internet and websites serve as essential tools for building collaborative communication between teachers, students, and learning resources. 2. They enable learning to be more interactive, flexible, and focused on developing critical and analytical thinking skills, according to Yami, 2021. Third, effectiveness of technology use in Islamic religious education. 1. According to Nasution, 2024, technology integration makes religious education more engaging, adaptive, and inclusive. 2. According to Hasna, 2020, audiovisual media such as videos and animations help students grasp materials 75 to 90% more effectively than verbal methods alone. Fourth, purpose of the article. 1. To analyze how the Internet and websites have transformed PI learning. 2. To explore case studies and best practices in implementation. 3. To identify key challenges in the field. 4. To offer strategic solutions and policy recommendations that ensure digital-based Islamic religious education remains rooted in Islamic values. Next, technology as a medium for transforming Islamic religious education learning. In this section there are 3 things, namely, 1. Accessibility and flexibility of learning. One of the main advantages of digital technology is its ability to provide learning access unrestricted by time and place. E-learning platforms and web-based learning tools allow students to access Islamic religious education materials flexibly. They can read content, watch sermons, take interactive quizzes, or listen to lectures anytime. This supports personalized learning at each student's own pace. Nasution, 2024. 2. Interactivity and multimedia. Internet-based media enables the presentation of Islamic religious education materials in various formats: text, images, videos, audio, and interactive simulations. According to Yami, 2018, multi-representational approaches not only boost learning interest but also create more meaningful learning experiences. Audiovisual content provides a more vivid and emotionally engaging learning process, helping students internalize Islamic values. 3. Student-centered learning. Technology enables student-centered learning, where learners actively explore information, engage in discussions, collaborate, and present their understanding. In the context of Islamic religious education, this is crucial to fostering spiritual awareness that arises from personal reflection, not merely the transfer of information. Next, integrating Islamic values in technology use. The use of technology in Islamic religious education is not merely about efficiency but also about values. Teachers must ensure that technology integration strengthens Islamic moral values rather than undermines them. Every media, content, and platform used should convey moral messages aligned with Islamic teachings. Habibuddin et al., 2024, and Nasution, 2024. Number 1. Islamic digital ethics. Digital media ethics must be included as part of the Islamic religious education curriculum. Students should be guided to use technology responsibly, avoiding harmful content, respecting copyright, and refraining from spreading misinformation. This is a core component of Islamic character education, instilling values of integrity, trustworthiness, amana, and proper online etiquette, adab. Number 2. Islamic-oriented blended learning. Blended learning, which combines online and face-to-face instruction, offers a more balanced and humanistic approach. In-person interaction remains essential to cultivate spirituality and habituation in worship practices, while technology supports content enrichment and learning reinforcement. Idris et al., 2023, Pretno, 2025. Next, case studies on technology integration in Islamic education. There are 3 things in this discussion, namely, 1. E-learning in Islamic junior high schools and madrasas. Research by Zainal, 2024, and Muthakan, 2024, shows that using e-learning platforms in both public and private Islamic schools significantly increases student engagement. Teachers can more easily deliver content, assign tasks, and assess learning outcomes objectively. Platforms such as Moodle, Google Classroom, and the Ministry of Religious Affairs Madrasa e-learning provide discussion forums and quiz features that encourage active participation. 2. Word wall and gamification. Platforms like WordWall, Quizzes, and Kahoot have been proven to enhance student enthusiasm in Islamic religious education learning. Students engage in game-based learning activities, memorizing Quranic verses, understanding hadiths, or exploring Islamic history in fun, interactive formats, according to Husnul Khotima El-Sani, 2024. 3. WhatsApp groups and YouTube videos. During the COVID-19 pandemic, many teachers used WhatsApp groups to share learning materials and assignments, while YouTube was utilized to deliver lectures and visual content. These tools were especially helpful for students with limited access to formal learning management systems, according to Idris et al., 2023. About challenges in implementing technology in Islamic education. There are 3 things, namely, number 1. Inequality of access and infrastructure. Not all schools have a stable internet network or adequate digital devices. This digital inequality creates a significant learning gap between urban and rural areas, Nazar and Ayu Puspita Sari, 2025. Number 2. Low teacher competence. Some Islamic religious education teachers, especially the older generation, are not yet familiar with learning technology. They tend to feel awkward or afraid to try new things, Idris et al., 2023, so that the available technology is not utilized optimally. Number 3. Distraction and disorientation of values. The internet also carries risks. Students can be distracted by social media, games, or irrelevant content. Without strong guidance, they can lose their way, even being exposed to content that conflicts with Islamic values, Habibuddin et al., 2024. Next, strategic solutions and policy recommendations. There are 4 things, namely, 1. Teacher training and digital literacy. Improving teacher competence is the first crucial step. Practical, hands-on digital training and mentoring should be encouraged, both by the government and educational institutions, Nazar and Ayu Puspita Sari, 2025. 2. Strengthening ICT infrastructure. Schools and madrasas need support in the form of fast internet access, laptops, and projectors. The Ministry of Religious Affairs and the Ministry of Education should develop a digital roadmap for Islamic religious education, including the provision of multimedia content rooted in Islamic values. 3. Designing Islamically inspired learning materials. Digital Islamic religious education materials should be designed with a contextual, interactive approach grounded in Islamic teachings. Resources such as Dawah videos, infographics, digital comics, and Islamic podcasts can be developed as alternative learning media. 4. Parental and community support. Parental involvement is essential in online learning. Parents can monitor their children's learning activities at home, help them access educational content, and reinforce the moral values taught through Islamic religious education. There are 5 supporting factors, namely, 1. Access and flexibility. Learning materials are available anytime on various platforms, e.g., WhatsApp, Google Classroom, YouTube, providing flexible learning in terms of time and location, Nazar and Ayu Puspita Sari, 2025, Nasution, 2024. 2. Interactive media. Using videos, animations, and online quizzes increases students' interest and motivation, Husnul Khotima El-Sani, 2024, Shariher et al., 2023. Audiovisual materials help strengthen memory and deepen understanding of religious concepts, Hasna, 2020, Shariher et al., 2023. 3. Participation and monitoring. Students become more actively involved, through group discussions and online quizzes, and teachers can more easily monitor learning progress using e-learning platforms, Husnul Khotima El-Sani, 2024, Mutakan, 2024. 4. Personalized learning. Students can learn at their own pace, self-paced learning, and access additional rich resources, e.g., digital tafsir, online lectures, which supports deeper, individualized exploration. 5. Content enrichment. Web-based approaches allow for real-time updates and delivery of supplementary content, e.g., sermon videos, infographics, dhikr audios, making Islamic education more contextual and relevant. There are 6 inhibiting factors, namely, 1. Technology dependence. Limited access to the internet and digital devices creates a digital divide, especially in remote or under-resourced schools, Nazar and Ayu Puspita Sari, 2025, Pretno, 2025. Poor connectivity can interrupt the learning process. 2. Competency gap. Teachers who are not well trained may feel hesitant or struggle to use new platforms, which prevents optimal use of technology's potential, Nazar and Ayu Puspita Sari, 2025, Pretno, 2025. 3. Digital distraction. Free access to the internet brings the risk of distractions, such as social media or gaming, which can reduce students' focus and engagement in learning. Pretno, 2025. 4. Ethical and value concerns. Without supervision, students might be exposed to inappropriate content, misinformation, or non-Islamic values. Habibuddin et al., 2024. Nasution, 2024. Digital media alone cannot instill character. Teachers still need to emphasize moral values in every lesson. 5. Cost and support. Implementing technology requires funding for hardware, internet subscriptions, and technical support. Without proper budgeting and maintenance, digital learning may become limited or unsustainable. 6. Reduced face-to-face interaction. Online learning risks diminishing direct interactions and spiritual discussions, which are central to religious education. This requires a balanced teaching strategy to maintain the essence of personal engagement. As a conclusion of our paper is, the integration of internet technology and websites in Islamic religious education learning has a major impact in bringing Islamic values closer to students in a more relevant, interesting, and interactive way. However, the success of this transformation is highly dependent on the readiness of infrastructure, teacher competence, and curriculum design that is oriented towards Islamic values. The existing challenges should not be a reason for stagnation, but rather a trigger for innovation and collaboration between stakeholders. Therefore, Islamic religious education in the digital era must be directed to not only be technologically adaptive, but also transformative in terms of value. Technology is a tool, not a goal, and Islamic education must continue to aim to form people who are faithful, knowledgeable, and have noble character. Thank you for your attention and participation. Bye.